Good morning, aviators. Welcome back to another custom LEGO airplane video highlighting my favorite aircraft, or series of aircraft, the Curtiss R3C, designed by Jonah of Planebricks.
Many historians often remark the 1920s were an age of spectacular aircraft. A legend remains after all those years. The Curtiss R3C series. The R3C was perhaps the most celebrated air racer of the 1920s, built in both a land plane and seaplane configuration. In 1925, the Curtiss R3C-1, piloted by Lieutenant Cyrus Bettis, clocked in 248.9 miles per hour, bringing home the Pulitzer Trophy. The same year, the Curtiss R3C-2 was flown to victory in the Schneider Cup by Lieutenant Jimmy Doolittle, clocking in 232.57 miles per hour, though it found itself a new home in the National Air and Space Museum. There are whispers that this thoroughbred of the skies was converted into a fighter configuration, dubbed the R3C-0, to patrol the skies of the Adriatic Sea in 1929. This unauthorized modification featured a longer wingspan, a chin-mounted radiator, and most strikingly, the integration of twin-mounted Browning machine guns, adding to the fierce reputation of this celebrated machine.
Jonah designed 3 versions of the airplane in 2 different liveries. The first color set is black with tan wings, and numbers marked on the side of the aircraft representing Lieutenant Bettis' Curtiss R3C-1 and Lieutenant Doolittle's R3C-2. The other color set was inspired by the laminated wood fuselage and aluminum floats of Roger Fabricini's Curtiss R3C-0 model. There are some pretty neat details about each variant of the airplane I want to get into. For starters, the R3C-1 has fixed landing gear in a tail dragger configuration. Both the R3C-2 and R3C-0 feature the long aerodynamic floats that added to the iconic reputation of the Curtiss. Another feature is the varied canopy design. Both racers feature a very sleek canopy that was designed to reduce drag while also providing decent visibility for the pilot. The R3C-0 takes a more conventional approach, with the canopy being a 1x1 clear slope. Other striking features of the R3C-0 include the radiator, which uses a mix of modified plates and round tile parts, and the 2 Brick Arms Browning machine gun barrels attached to the side by 1x1 clips. Another minor detail is the change in exhaust pipe design. On the fighter version, there's 3 per side, kind of keeping a Rolls-Royce Merlin engine look. However, to represent the Curtiss V12 engine that the racers used, it'll be 4 pipes per side. These models were an absolute blast to put together, and with a ton of accuracy to boot. I love the look of the Curtiss Biplane series, and Jonah captured the look perfectly. I want to give a huge shout out to Eddie Risner, aka Fluffbat, for taking the time to narrate the section discussing the history of these beautiful machines. If you ever want custom models like these, reach out to Jonah through his website linked below. Remember, legends aren't born, they're built.